Welcome back to SpeakWise Podcast, your daily place to listen, learn, and speak English naturally. If you enjoy learning English with us, please subscribe so you never miss a new lesson. Now, let's begin. Have you ever spoken English? Used perfect grammar, pronounced every word correctly, but somehow still felt like you didn't sound natural? Maybe you've had a conversation like this. Someone asks, "How are you?" You answer, "I am very well. Thank you." Your sentence is correct. Your grammar is perfect. But native speakers rarely answer that way. Instead, they might say, "I'm doing great. Pretty good. Not bad. Can't complain." The difference isn't grammar. The difference is natural English. Today, you're going to spend the day with Emma once again. But this time, you'll discover the everyday expressions that native speakers use without even thinking. Expressions you'll hear in coffee shops, on buses, at work, with friends, at bookstores, and in everyday life. By the end of today's lesson, you'll know how to sound more relaxed, more confident, and much more natural. So, put on your headphones, relax, and let's begin today's story. It's a bright Saturday morning. Emma wakes up to the sound of birds singing outside her apartment. She stretches, looks out the window. The weather is beautiful. A message appears on her phone. It's from Michael. "Morning, Emma. Want to explore the city today?" Emma smiles immediately. "Sure, I'd love to." Repeat after me. "I'd love to." Sounds great. Repeat. Sounds great. Let's do it. Repeat. Let's do it. Excellent. Michael replies almost instantly. "Awesome. I'll meet you at the coffee shop in 30 minutes. Did you notice?" He didn't say, "That is wonderful." He simply said, "Awesome." Native speakers use this word constantly. It means great, excellent, very exciting. Repeat. Awesome, excellent. Emma smiles. She quietly says, "This is going to be fun." Repeat. "This is going to be fun. I can't wait." Repeat. "I can't wait." Wonderful. 30 minutes later, Emma arrives at a small neighborhood cafe. The smell of freshly brewed coffee fills the air. Soft acoustic music plays quietly. People are chatting. Some are working on laptops. Others are reading books. Michael waves from a table near the window. "Hey." Emma smiles. "Hey." Michael stands up. "It's good to see you." Emma replies naturally. "You too." Notice something important. She didn't say, "It is also good to see you." She simply said, "You too." Short, natural. Exactly how native speakers often respond. Repeat. "You too." Excellent. Michael asks, "How's it going?" Emma smiles. "Pretty good. How about you?" Michael laughs. "Can't complain." Now let's slow down. Pretty good. A very common answer. Repeat. Pretty good. Can't complain. Another common American expression. It doesn't mean life is perfect. It simply means things are going well. Repeat. Can't complain. Wonderful. Now it's time for today's first listening challenge. Listen carefully. Michael says, "Can't complain." What does he mean? A. Everything is terrible. B. Things are going well. C. He wants to leave. The correct answer is B. Excellent work. The barista walks over. "Morning, guys. What can I get for you?" Michael smiles. "The usual." Emma looks curious. "The usual?" Michael laughs. "Yep, the usual." Native speakers often say this when ordering something they buy regularly. Instead of repeating the entire order, they simply say, "The usual." Repeat. "The usual." Excellent. Emma smiles. "I'll have a latte, please." The barista nods. "You got it." Again. Another very common expression. You got it. It means, of course. No problem. I'll take care of it. Repeat. You got it. Wonderful. Now think in English. I'd like a latte, please. Repeat. I'd like a latte, please. Thanks. Repeat. Thanks. You're welcome. Repeat. You're welcome. Excellent. A few minutes later, the drinks arrive. Michael takes a sip of his coffee. He smiles. This hits the spot. Emma looks surprised. What does that mean? Michael laughs. It means, this is exactly what I needed. People often say it after eating delicious food, drinking coffee, or enjoying something satisfying. Repeat. This hits the spot. Excellent. Emma takes her first sip. She smiles. Oh, this really hits the spot. Michael laughs. Now you're talking like a local. Both of them laugh. Now it's time for today's first speak like a native moment. Instead of saying, it is very delicious, try saying, this hits the spot. Repeat, this hits the spot. Instead of saying, I understand, try saying, got it. Repeat, got it. Instead of saying, wait a moment, try saying, hang on. Repeat, hang on. Fantastic. Michael opens a city map. So, where should we go first? Emma smiles. I heard there's a beautiful bookstore nearby. Michael nods. I'm in. Another useful expression. I'm in. It means, I'd like to join. I agree. Repeat. I'm in. Excellent. Michael folds the map. All right. Let's head out. Emma smiles. Lead the way. Repeat. Let's head out. Lead the way. Wonderful. As they leave the cafe, the city is beginning to wake up. Street musicians are setting up. Families are walking through the park. Cyclists ride past. The sidewalks become busier. Emma notices something. During the last 20 minutes, she has heard dozens of expressions that never appeared in her English textbook. Yet, native speakers use them every single day. She quietly smiles. Maybe sounding natural isn't about learning bigger words. Maybe it's about learning better ones. As Michael points toward the subway entrance, he turns around and smiles. Ready for the next adventure? Emma smiles confidently. Absolutely. She has no idea that before lunchtime, she'll learn even more expressions that native speakers use without thinking. Michael and Emma leave the coffee shop. The morning sun shines brightly across the city streets. People are walking quickly to work. Cyclists ride past. Street musicians begin playing cheerful music. Emma smiles. This city feels so alive. Repeat after me. This city feels so alive. I love the atmosphere. Repeat. I love the atmosphere. Wonderful. As they walk toward the subway station, Michael checks his phone. Our train arrives in 4 minutes. Emma nods. Perfect timing. Repeat. Perfect timing. Excellent. They walk down the stairs into the station. The platform is busy. Some people are reading books. Others are listening to music. A family is laughing together while waiting for the train. Emma looks around. I love watching people. Michael smiles. Me too. You can learn a lot just by observing. Repeat. You can learn a lot just by observing. Excellent. The train arrives. The doors slide open. Michael smiles. After you. Emma laughs. Thanks. They find 2 empty seats near the window. As the train begins moving, Emma watches the buildings pass by. Michael points toward a famous bridge. That's one of my favorite places. Emma smiles. We should check it out later. Michael nods. For sure. Did you notice? He didn't say, certainly. He simply said, for sure. Repeat. For sure. Excellent. Native speakers use for sure every day. It means definitely, absolutely, without a doubt. Now think in English. For sure. We'll do that. Repeat. We'll do that. Wonderful. A few moments later, Michael's phone rings. He answers. Hey, what's up? Emma listens carefully. Another useful expression. What's up? Native speakers use it all the time. It usually means, what's happening? How are things? Repeat. What's up? Excellent. Michael laughs. Not much. I'm just hanging out with a friend. Emma smiles. Hanging out. She has heard that expression before. After the call ends, she asks, "What does hanging out mean?" Michael smiles. "It means spending time together. Relaxing. No special plan. Just enjoying each other's company. Repeat after me. We're hanging out. Repeat. I'm hanging out with my friends." Wonderful. Now it's time for today's native tip. Instead of saying, "I'm spending time with my friends," native speakers often say, "I'm hanging out with my friends." Repeat. I'm hanging out with my friends. Instead of saying, "Definitely," try saying, "For sure." Repeat. For sure. Instead of saying, "How are you?" sometimes people simply say, "What's up?" Repeat. What's up? Excellent. The train slows down at the next station. Several passengers get on. A young man accidentally drops his backpack. Michael quickly picks it up. The young man smiles. "Thanks." Michael replies, "No worries." Emma notices another new expression. "No worries." Michael explains, "It means, new problem. Don't mention it." Repeat. No worries. Excellent. Now let's practice. Someone says, "Thank you." Instead of always saying, "You're welcome," you can also say, "No worries." Repeat. No worries. Happy to help. Repeat. Happy to help. Fantastic. A few minutes later, Emma notices a little girl looking out the window with excitement. The little girl points at a colorful mural. "Wow, that's so cool." Emma smiles. So cool. Another expression she hears all the time. Instead of saying, "Very interesting," native speakers often say, "That's so cool." Repeat. That's so cool. Excellent. Michael laughs. "You're collecting expressions today." Emma smiles. "I know. And they're much easier to remember because I hear them in real conversations." Michael nods. Exactly. That's how language becomes natural. Repeat. That's how language becomes natural. Wonderful. Now it's time for today's listening challenge. Listen carefully. Michael says, "We're just hanging out." What does he mean? A. They're working together. B. They're relaxing and spending time together. C. They're exercising. The correct answer is B. Excellent work. The train announcement begins. Next stop, Central Station. Michael stands up. "This is us." Emma smiles. "Let's go." As they step onto the platform, Michael points toward a large building across the street. "There's the bookstore." Emma's eyes light up. "I've been wanting to visit this place for months." Michael laughs. "Well, today's your lucky day." Emma smiles. She already notices something different. She's no longer translating every sentence in her head. She's simply listening, understanding, and naturally picking up expressions that people really use. As they walk toward the bookstore entrance, a sign in the window catches Emma's attention. "Local authors meet and greet today." Michael smiles. "Looks like we came at the perfect time." Emma laughs. "I have a feeling today is about to get even more interesting." Emma and Michael step through the front doors of the bookstore. A small bell rings softly. The store feels warm and peaceful. Tall wooden shelves stretch from floor to ceiling. The smell of freshly printed books fills the air. Quiet music plays in the background. People browse slowly through the aisles. Some are sitting comfortably with a book and a cup of coffee. Emma smiles. "I could spend all day here." Repeat after me. I could spend all day here. I love bookstores. Repeat. I love bookstores. Wonderful. Michael laughs. "I had a feeling you'd like this place." Emma slowly walks toward the fiction section. Her eyes move across hundreds of colorful book covers. So many choices. Repeat. So many choices. Where should I start? Repeat. Where should I start? Excellent. A bookstore employee notices them. She smiles warmly. "Hi there. Can I help you find anything?" Emma smiles. "I'm looking for a good book to improve my English." The employee nods. "I've got just the thing." Emma notices another expression. "I've got just the thing." Michael smiles. That's a very common expression. It means, "I know exactly what you need." Repeat. I've got just the thing. Excellent. The employee leads them to another shelf. She picks up a novel. This one is an easy read. Emma looks curious. An easy read? The employee smiles. It means the book is enjoyable and not difficult to understand. Repeat. An easy read. Wonderful. Emma opens the book and reads a few pages. She smiles. This looks interesting. Michael nods. Go for it. Emma laughs. What does that mean? Michael smiles. It means, do it. You should try it. Repeat. Go for it. Excellent. Now it's time for today's Speak Like a Native moment. Instead of saying, you should try it, native speakers often say, go for it. Repeat. Go for it. Instead of saying, I know exactly what you need. Sigh. I've got just the thing. Repeat. I've got just the thing. Instead of saying, this book is easy to understand. Sigh. It's an easy read. Repeat. It's an easy read. Fantastic. As Emma continues looking around, she notices a table filled with books written by local authors. A small sign reads, Meet the author today, 2 p.m. Emma smiles. That sounds fun. Michael nods. We still have some time. Want to stay? Emma answers immediately. I'm all in. Michael laughs. Now you're really sounding like a native. Emma smiles. What does I'm all in mean? It means, I'm completely interested. I'm fully committed. Repeat. I'm all in. Excellent. A few minutes later, an elderly man standing nearby smiles at Emma. I couldn't help overhearing. Are you looking for book recommendations? Emma smiles politely. Yes? I'd love to hear your favorites. The man picks up a book with a worn cover. This one changed my life. Emma becomes curious. What makes it so special? The man smiles. It reminds me that every person has a story worth telling. Emma nods thoughtfully. I love that. Repeat. I love that. What makes it so special? Repeat. What makes it so special? Wonderful. They continue talking for several minutes. The conversation feels natural, relaxed, comfortable. Emma notices she isn't worrying about what to say next. Every answer naturally leads to another question. Michael quietly smiles. You've changed. Emma laughs. What do you mean? A few weeks ago, you worried about every sentence. Now, you're simply enjoying the conversation. Emma thinks for a moment. He's right. She's no longer chasing perfect English. She's building real connections. Now think in English. I'm enjoying the conversation. Repeat. I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm learning naturally. Repeat. I'm learning naturally. Excellent. Now, it's time for today's listening challenge. Listen carefully. The bookstore employee says, I've got just the thing. What does she mean? A. She knows exactly which book to recommend. B. She wants Emma to leave the bookstore. C. She doesn't understand the question. The correct answer is A. Excellent work. As Emma carries her new book toward the checkout counter, the cashier smiles. Great choice. You're going to love this one. Emma smiles. I can't wait to start reading. The cashier laughs. You won't be able to put it down. Emma looks surprised. Put it down? Michael smiles. That's another great expression. If you can't put a book down, it means it's so interesting that you don't want to stop reading. Repeat after me. I can't put it down. Excellent. Emma laughs. I hope you're right. The cashier smiles. Oh, trust me. You'll be back for the next one. Emma leaves the bookstore, carrying her new book. The afternoon sun feels warm. She looks at the cover one more time. Today wasn't only about buying a book. It was about discovering another piece of natural English. And she has a feeling. The rest of the day is going to teach her even more expressions she'll use for years to come. As Michael points toward a small restaurant across the street, he smiles. I don't know about you, but I'm starving. Emma laughs. She already knows exactly what that means. And lunchtime is about to become another unforgettable English lesson. Michael and Emma walk across the street toward a small neighborhood restaurant. The outdoor patio is already busy. People are enjoying lunch. Friends are laughing together. The smell of fresh pizza and grilled vegetables fills the air. Michael smiles. I think they're already here. Emma looks around. Then, she sees familiar faces. Jake waves enthusiastically. There you are. Lily smiles brightly. We've been waiting for you. Emma laughs. Sorry, we're a little late. Jake grins. No big deal. Repeat after me. No big deal. Everything's fine. Repeat. Everything's fine. Wonderful. They sit down together. The waiter arrives with menus. Take your time. I'll be back in a minute. Emma smiles. She recognizes another familiar expression. Take your time. Repeat. Take your time. It simply means, there's no rush. Excellent. Jake closes his menu almost immediately. I already know what I'm getting. Sophia laughs. Of course you do. You order the same thing every time. Jake smiles proudly. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Emma looks confused. Michael laughs. That's an idiom. It means, if something already works well, there's no need to change it. Repeat. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Wonderful. Emma smiles. I like that. Jake laughs. My grandfather says it all the time. Everyone smiles. The waiter returns. What can I get for you? Michael answers. I'll have the grilled chicken. Lily smiles. Same here. Jake points at the menu. Double cheeseburger for me. The waiter laughs. I should have guessed. Everyone laughs together. Emma looks at the pasta section. I can't decide. Sophia smiles. When in doubt, go with the pasta. Emma laughs. Sounds like good advice. Repeat after me. I can't decide. Repeat. Go with the pasta. Excellent. Now it's time for today's Speak Like a Native moment. Instead of saying, I don't know which one to choose, try saying, I can't decide. Repeat. I can't decide. Instead of saying, choose the pasta. Sigh. Go with the pasta. Repeat. Go with the pasta. Instead of saying, it's not important. Sigh. No big deal. Repeat. No big deal. Fantastic. The waiter leaves. The conversation quickly turns to travel. Jake smiles. So, what's the most unforgettable trip you've ever taken? Emma thinks for a moment. I'd say, my hiking trip last autumn. The mountains were beautiful, and I watched the sunrise from the top. Sophia smiles. That must have been incredible. Emma nods. It really was. Michael laughs. I've always wanted to try that. Jake smiles. Count me in next time. Emma laughs. What does that mean? Michael smiles. It means, I want to join. Repeat. Count me in. Excellent. Lily suddenly remembers something. Oh, you'll never guess what happened yesterday. Everyone looks at her. Jake grins. Here we go. Lily laughs. I accidentally wore 2 different shoes to work. The entire table bursts into laughter. Emma laughs so hard she almost drops her glass. No way. Lily nods. I'm serious. I didn't notice until lunchtime. Jake shakes his head. That made my day. Emma smiles. What does that mean? Michael explains. It means, that made me really happy. It gave me something to smile about. Repeat. That made my day. Wonderful. Now think in English. That made my day. Repeat. That was hilarious. Repeat. I'm still laughing. Repeat. Excellent. The food arrives. Everyone thanks the waiter. Jake takes one bite of his burger. He closes his eyes dramatically. Worth every bite. Emma laughs. Is it really that good? Jake smiles. You have no idea. Sophia tastes her pasta. This is to die for. Emma raises an eyebrow. To die for. Michael laughs. It doesn't mean it's dangerous. It simply means, it's unbelievably delicious. Repeat. This is to die for. Excellent. Emma tastes her pasta. She smiles immediately. Oh, you're right. This is to die for. Everyone laughs. Jake points at Emma. C'est. You're picking these expressions up fast. Emma smiles proudly. I think hearing them in real conversations makes all the difference. Michael nods. Exactly. That's how native speakers learn too. Now, it's time for today's listening challenge. Listen carefully. Jake says, "Count me in." What does he mean? A. He wants to leave. B. He wants to join the plan. C. He doesn't understand. The correct answer is B. Excellent work. Lunch continues with stories, laughter, and relaxed conversations. Emma notices something remarkable. No one at the table is trying to sound impressive. No one is using difficult vocabulary. They're simply enjoying each other's company. They interrupt each other naturally. They laugh. They react. They ask follow-up questions. And somehow, the conversation never stops. Emma quietly smiles. Maybe sounding like a native isn't about using bigger words. Maybe it's about using warmer ones. As everyone finishes lunch, Jake looks toward the large park across the street. The weather's too nice to go home. Michael smiles. I've got an idea. Emma laughs. I have a feeling. This afternoon isn't over yet. She has no idea that the final stop of today's adventure will give her one last lesson about sounding natural in English. After lunch, the group decides to take a slow walk through the city park. The afternoon sun is warm. Children are playing near the fountain. A guitarist is performing under a large oak tree. People are enjoying the beautiful weather. Emma smiles. This has been such a wonderful day. Repeat after me. This has been such a wonderful day. I'm having a great time. Repeat. I'm having a great time. Wonderful. The group finds an empty bench overlooking the lake. Everyone sits quietly for a moment. No one feels the need to fill every second with words. Sometimes, comfortable silence is part of a good conversation. Emma notices that too. A few weeks ago, silence made her nervous. Today, it feels peaceful. Michael breaks the silence. So, if you had to choose just one expression you learned today, which one would it be? Jake answers immediately. Count me in. Everyone laughs. Sophia smiles. I like. No big deal. Lily thinks for a moment. My favorite is, this made my day. Then everyone looks at Emma. She smiles. I think mine is, go for it. Michael nods. Why that one? Emma looks toward the lake. Because it's not just an English expression. It's good advice for life. If you're afraid, go for it. If you want to learn English, go for it. If you want to meet new people, go for it. Everyone smiles. Jake laughs. I like that. Repeat after me. Go for it. Repeat. Life is too short to wait. Repeat. Wonderful. Michael smiles. You know, when we first met, you worried about speaking perfect English. Emma laughs. I remember. But today, I hardly thought about grammar. I just enjoyed talking. Michael nods. And that's exactly why you sounded more natural. Emma thinks quietly. Maybe. Natural English isn't something you memorize. Maybe. It's something you experience. Every conversation, every smile, every story, every new expression, little by little, they become part of you. Now it's time for today's final, Speak Like a Native review. Instead of saying, I understand, sigh, got it. Repeat, got it. Instead of saying, wait a moment, sigh, hang on. Repeat, hang on. Instead of saying, I want to join, sigh, count me in. Repeat, count me in. Instead of saying, you should try it, sigh, go for it. Repeat, go for it. Instead of saying, everything is fine, sigh, no big deal. Repeat, no big deal. Instead of saying, this food is delicious, sigh, this is to die for. Repeat, this is to die for. Instead of saying, I like spending time with my friends, sigh, I'm hanging out with my friends. Repeat, I'm hanging out with my friends. Fantastic. Now it's time for our final listening challenge. Listen carefully. Michael says, "Go for it." What does he really mean? A. Stop trying. B. Give it a try and don't be afraid. C. Go somewhere else. The correct answer is B. Excellent work. As the afternoon slowly turns into evening, the sky begins to glow with shades of orange and gold. The group walks toward a hill overlooking the city. They stop to watch the sunset together. No one speaks for a while. The view says enough. Emma smiles quietly. She remembers her very first day at SpeakWise Podcast. She was afraid to speak. She translated every sentence. She searched for every word. Now, she listens naturally. She answers naturally. She enjoys conversations. And today, she learned that sounding natural doesn't come from using difficult English. It comes from using English every day, one expression at a time, one conversation at a time. She takes out her notebook. On a fresh page, she writes, "Today's lesson, native speakers don't always use bigger words. They use more natural words." Then she writes one more sentence. "Natural English grows through real conversations." She smiles, closes the notebook, and looks toward the sunset one last time. Now think in English with me. I enjoy learning English. Repeat. I enjoy learning English. Every conversation makes me better. Repeat. Every conversation makes me better. I sound more natural every day. Repeat. I sound more natural every day. I don't have to be perfect. Repeat. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to keep practicing. Repeat. I just have to keep practicing. Excellent. Take one slow, deep breath. Smile. Today, you didn't just learn new expressions. You learned how real people communicate. You discovered that natural English isn't about sounding impressive. It's about sounding comfortable. It's about connecting with people. And every time you listen, every time you speak, you're getting closer to that goal. Thank you so much for spending this time with me on SpeakWise Podcast. If you enjoyed today's lesson, please subscribe so you never miss a new episode. Your support helps us create more free English lessons for learners around the world. If today's expressions were useful, give this video a thumbs up. Share it with a friend who's learning English. And tell me in the comments, which expression are you going to use first? I'd love to hear your answer. Until next time, keep listening, keep speaking, keep smiling. And remember, don't try to sound perfect. Try to sound natural. This is SpeakWise Podcast, where every story helps you speak English with confidence. Take care, and I'll see you in our next lesson. Goodbye.